Okay, it is game 3, and we finally see the appearance of Sea Hag, which is very rarely ignorable. However, we open 5-2, so the question is, do we open Tactician or do we open Sea Hag? Those are probably the only real options for openings in this game. I'm thinking I open Tactician into Sea Hag is just going to be a lot stronger. So open Tactician Haven, and looks like Kirian will do the same. Looking to get a Sea Hag as soon as possible. There is Lookout, which is a decent counter to Sea Hag, but usually not quite strong enough to completely ignore it. But in this game, it might just, it'll still be worthwhile to buy at 3, perhaps. So if it wasn't for the presence of Sea Hag, I would try the Outpost Tactician double Tactician deck, which is a fun trick. And here he draws 4 and a Sea Hag. I draw 3, so I can only afford the Lookout. So that's good for him. We both play our Tacticians. And he discards my Lookout with his Sea Hag. That is a huge hit. But we'll just have to make the most of it. So, what do I have? I have 6 there. Let me go ahead and set aside... What do I want? I probably want to get a Sea Hag at some point. I guess this turn would be fine. Maybe I could set aside a stay and get Sea Hag Haven. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, Sea Hag Haven. Alright, he played a couple of Havens and a Tactician, so he'll have a pretty strong turn there. I don't want a second Sea Hag, so I'm going to need some money at some point. But actually, this might be a long game anyway and kind of a messy game, so with all the discarding between Tactician, Sea Hag, and Lookout, I think that tunnel might not be too slow. Oh, and then he hits my Sea Hag with his Sea Hag, so I'm in a hole already, turn 7. I think I need to try to maybe go for a higher variance strategy and hope for the best. So perhaps I'll try that Tactician Outpost deck again. It's going to be messy and it might not hit very often, but the Havens can hopefully help me get that to hit maybe a few times, which would be helpful. And so I finally get to play my Sea Hag. And I'm going to draw my Tactician next turn, so I'm going to Haven the tunnel so I can discard the tunnel to the Tactician on the next turn. And so I can play my Sea Hag here, and with 5, another Tactician, yeah, because I'm going to go for that double Tactician Outpost deck, as swingy as it is. So here I can Haven my Sea Hag to put it forward a turn, and then Tactician to get rid of that tunnel and gain a gold. And again, he hits me with the Sea Hag, so I'm definitely losing this Curse War so far. And he spends a lot of money for Market Haven there. Yep, and that's a pretty good play for me there. I was able to gain a gold, not lose my Sea Hag, and get my Tactician turn this turn. So I need to start thinking about picking up an Outpost soon. So, yep, let me trash some of this. Got 5. I could play the Tactician again. Or I could buy... Yeah, we'll just buy that Outpost now. So we can set aside a tunnel, and 5, I'm probably good with Outposts and Tacticians for the time being, so let's just go ahead and get a market. We set a tunnel aside, and we have a Tactician, so again we can haven the Sea Hag and then discard the tunnel with this Tactician here. So the havens and tunnels and Tacticians have it proved to be a pretty handy combo to have, being able to just place things where I want them to have them line up a lot better. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and set the Sea Hag aside and then get myself another gold. And here I finally do draw my Outpost Tactician together. So the idea with the Outpost Tactician deck is you want to play the Outpost and then play all your money, and then on your Outpost turn, play a Tactician. And if you can reliably line those up, it can be pretty powerful. So here I can discard the tunnel for another gold, so I'm definitely getting my gold here. And I'm going to go ahead and play the tunnel here, and I draw 7. That's not terrible. I'm getting gold anyway, so may as well get the Tactician to hopefully line things up a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set those cards aside so I can play the Tactician. And again, both Tacticians with the Outpost, so hopefully I draw a Haven so I can set one of those Tacticians aside for the Outpost turn. Alright, and that is great, because now I can Haven a Tactician, play the Sea Hag, play the Outpost, and then on my Outpost turn here, nothing doing, so I can just go ahead and play the Tactician, and so now I will draw my full 10 cards for next turn. So that's what it's supposed to look like when I can line up all the cards properly, which is, with all these curses floating around, it's a bit hard, and he flips a Tactician for me, so that's not very nice. Go ahead and Haven that tunnel, and go ahead and Haven state's fine, play the Sea Hag and buy a province. Alright, so I do have somewhat of a lead at this point, so that's looking good. So far I think the Outpost Tactician has worked out. And with 6 and 2 buys, what do I want? Alright, well, it's getting later in the game, so might as well buy a duchy, push the copper forward. Looking at this, I'll have some money. The question is, do I want to play the Lookout and force a reshuffle and lose a golden Tactician in the deck? No, I lost my Outpost too. So, he just got another province, so the score is now very close. And I got 6 and a Lookout. Yep, might as well just force this shuffle, and that's not bad. And I got 6, but I really need provinces at this point, so I will play the Tactician and forego the duchy that turn. So I've got 7. Okay, yep, I'll just discard everything. Still need to shoot from provinces at this point, I think, so we can hope for the best. And I did bring up both my Tacticians, so it's unlikely... Yes, I'm out of Tacticians to actually have hit with this Outpost turn here. lose my Haven, so I can't even set aside it. And only have 4 cards in my draw deck now, so I'll force a reshuffle. So that C had actually hurt me a lot on that one there. So I'm losing all this stuff in my reshuffle, which is very sad. So there are 3 provinces left. Gonna go ahead and play the Outpost. Ignore the Sea Hag. And on my Outpost turn, I draw 4, and I draw terribly. But I'm going to hold on to that gold. It's probably better than Tactician at this point. And withdrawing 5, I think I might as well just get a duchy. Trying to scoop up as many points as possible. He has 4. He probably needs points at this point. Yeah, he goes with the tunnel. I'll go with the duchy. Oh, this is interesting. We'll see what he does this turn. There's only 2 provinces left. Okay, so I think I need to haven this gold and then play the Tactician. And hope I can end it on my turn. If I can get both those provinces. But we'll see what he does. At this point, you also have to worry about piles. The curses are gone. There's only 3 tunnels and 1 haven left in the supply. So that would require 4 buys, which I don't have right now. But maybe if he buys a tunnel, then I can start thinking about possibly ending on piles. The score is very close, so he's thinking a hard time here. I'm not sure what he's doing. He probably has some money in Tactician in his hand, and he's debating on whether or not to buy a province or play Tactician. I would imagine, or buy something, play Tactician. Though I think it's unlikely I have enough money to buy 2 provinces. So if he has a Tactician, yeah, he should play it here. That's probably his best bet. He can set aside a gold or something. So he does, I think, have a decent chance here of getting both provinces. And I have a conundrum. So I could buy 1 province, play my Outpost, and probably do nothing on that turn, then he'll just buy province plus to win. So I think with my 3 buys, I really have to try to drain the tunnels piles. So I've got 8 buys. I'm going to swing for it. I got to buy 2 tunnels and a haven and hope I can draw 3 with my set-aside copper. So actually I should have set aside something else and bought 3 tunnels this turn, but whatever. So yeah, let me just buy the tunnels and a haven and cross my fingers, because I think if I don't do it, he can probably buy that last tunnel and then some more points to win himself. But if I don't try for it here, he probably wins anyway. Alright, let's do it. And I draw 2. Well, that's likely game over at this point for me. And I tried. No, there's my 8 in case he draws terribly. That should do it for me, but we'll see. And he only needs a duchy and a tunnel to win, which is why I should have bought the 3 tunnels instead. So if he draws 8, he wins. And let's see what he does. And he draws well more than he needs, so he'll drain those provinces. A very close game, came down to the last turn, and despite some early bad luck for me, I kept it close, so guess that's worth something. Alright, so that is game 3, and I think it's time to go play game 4.